Greetings everyone and welcome to Collect Corps. Today we're going to be looking at the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Super Skrull Wave Fantastic Four Marvel's Invisible Woman. That's a mouthful. And yeah, simultaneously this is one of the figures I'm probably most interested in from the wave, and also a character I have very little interest in. So yeah, let's just get into it. And getting Sue out of the package. If you've seen my review of the Human Torch from this wave, you'll already know what I'm going to say, but this is just the same outfit from the rest of the Fantastic Four members on a different body, and it's unfortunate to say that, but bringing in Reed just quickly, it's the exact same outfit. There is no difference, it's just on a female body rather than a male body, which we've seen previously with both Reed and Johnny. So, yeah. Overall, everything that I said about the other outfits applies. I don't really love the overall design. I'm not a huge fan of the modern look. I think the colours are good. I do especially like that the Fantastic Four emblem on the chest is a slightly different colour blue to the actual accent colour. And otherwise, everything special about how this figure looks comes down to the really, really good sculpt for the face and just overall look for the face. Especially now that we know what the retro-carded Sue looks like. I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy to have this figure just to head swap, basically, because this is Sue Storm in a nutshell. Like, this is very much like what I want from this figure. Yeah, that retro-carded one just doesn't work for me, but yeah, as I say, this is kind of ideal as an alternative. Standing, as with both Reed and Johnny, isn't exactly the easiest thing to do, mostly due to the fact that, despite they have not given the duck feet, as they're called, they're still very much just kind of long feet. It's kind of difficult to stand them, especially when they are small. You know, it's a female character as well, which are kind of notorious for not being the easiest to stand up. But with all that out of the way, let's get into articulation. And starting at the head, we of course have a ball going into the head with a hinge that allows for amazing forward, actually. That's brilliant. And then because of the hair sculpt, you can get a little bit of back, but it's not really all that much. It's not ideal. And also because of the hair, you get a little bit of tilt. A little bit, but not enough for it to actually matter. At the torso, you do have a mid ball joint, I suppose. That allows for, you know, your hula hooping action I'm sure everyone loves. And unfortunately, no hip swivel, though, as I pointed out with Reed and Johnny, it breaks up the sculpt when it's there, so I'm fine with it not being there. Options are always good, though. I wish I had that option. That's just how it is. At the arm, we have out. That's a really tight joint. About 90. That goes around, gets in the way of the hair a little bit, but you can't move the head out of the way. You do have a single elbow, goes to 90. It's a female body, I don't know really what else to say. They're not ideal, but it works. Then at the wrist, we have a side-to-side, or depending on your orientation. I say this a lot with these sorts of hands. Orientation does change, but it's that way anyway. And yeah, that works for me, that's fine. It's not a weapon-holding hand, so what does it matter? For the legs, we have out is miserable. Is that even less than 45? That might be. That's awful. We got swivel at the thigh, breaks up the sculpt a little bit, but it's fine. It's nice to have. And then double knee, which is always appreciated. Is that seriously as far as it'll go? It's not even the sculpt getting in the way. It's literally just molded that. But okay, well, I mean, she can get in a running pose. That's fine, I suppose. And then finally, this is so disappointing, honestly. We have forward, back's alright, I guess, and then forward facing pin for rocker, as is pretty standard within this entire series. Yeah, I have a lot of issues, but something I don't have as much of an issue with is the accessories. We have a energy shield sort of deal. It's basically her use of her powers. We don't get any translucent limbs, but we do get this, and if I can figure out how to fit it in, it does just clip over the, like, magic wielding hand. If I can line it up correctly. Just like... I guess like that? Yeah, there we go. And honestly, that's a really nice effect. I don't know if I'll really use it. I prefer, as you've probably been able to tell with, you know, Mr. Fantastic, and also I'll bring out Johnny just for a second. I like to show them in small amounts doing their ability. This is a little bit big for me, so I don't know. I'm not hugely sold on this, but it's a good effect, and I mean, it'll make good for dioramas and stuff, and generally it's nice to have an effect piece. Regardless of if I'm going to use it or not, options are always great. So, yeah, that's very cool. And then, with this being a Build-A-Figure wave, it is, of course, the Super Skrull wave. You get the body, and I'm going to do something that I haven't normally done with these reviews. So, one second. So, with the parts of this wave that I've got so far, I actually have 3 limbs, 2 arms, and a leg, and then the torso, obviously. This is a right arm, or left arm? Left arm, yeah, left arm. I'm going to use this as right arm, and we're going to just quickly put these together to make what I've got so far. And so, that is as far as I've got, but I've also got one other thing just to the side. Hello, Talos. You're going to make a donation. And so, there we go. Other than the leg, which I will need to get something to replace that, I'm thinking about maybe using, like, the leg from the Lizard Build-A-Figure. But, like, that's a Skrull. That's a Super Skrull right there. I need to figure out a way to hide that arm. I'm gonna have to pop and flip everything here just to make it look better. But honestly, this looks great. I'm really happy about this, and this, other than maybe the Doom of the line, is the final figure I'm actually going to be getting from this line. So, yeah, I'm very happy with this. And that brings us on to comparisons. Of course, I have to show her with the other 2 Fantastic Four members that I actually have. Reed Richards from the same line, and Johnny Storm. I almost forgot his name for a second there. And yeah, she might be a little bit tall, I'll be completely honest. But I don't really see that as much of an issue. I don't really see Sue as being a small character. So her being about the same height, maybe a little bit shorter, but around about the same height as Johnny and Reed, I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't really mind. And overall, I think it works for me, at least until the retro wave arrives, which that needs to come quicker. I need a thing. And then, just because I had them at hand, we have the Marvel, Captain Marvel even, MCU version, Talos, and the Supervillains wave Zenmu, I think it was Build-A-Figure, Doom, or God Emperor Doom, whatever you want to call him. And yeah, she's shorter than them both. It works for me. And then for a mixed display, we have slightly short for a Stormtrooper and Fish Stick That Won't Stand Up from Jazzwares, of course. I'm really struggling to get him to stand up. I spent a little bit trying to get him to stand up, but you can see the height anyway. It works. I like it. It's all fun. It's all great. And so that is going to be it for this review. This is a very mediocre figure that completes a team, at least for me. I don't have the thing yet, but honestly, that's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, I like the figure enough. Just, she's not great, but she'll make a really good head swap for the new Sue when she arrives. And honestly, that's the least I could ask for. So on that note, that's going to be it for this review. Thanks for watching. Like it if you did. Subscribe if you're new around here. And ring that bell so you never miss an upload. I try and get a review out every Tuesday and Friday with other videos coming out throughout the week. And if you ring that bell, you'll never miss out on an upload. So, yeah, that's it from me. And I'll see you next time. Bye!